Hey team, now I like to do a training on the 24-day challenge, the weight management program that is sweeping the country. The 24-day challenge consists of two phases, the cleanse phase and the max phase. The cleanse phase is critical to be done correctly to really get the body prepared for the max phase. I'm going to talk about the foundation product in the cleanse phase right now, which is the Herbal Cleanse. This is probably one of my all-time favorite products because as one of the doctors who developed the formulation first said years ago, you aren't what you eat. You are what you eat, digest, and absorb. You can eat the highest quality nutrients, get the best formulations, but if you can't absorb those nutrients into your personal biochemistry, you're not going to get the benefits of them. And he mentioned this, your metabolism is really your own personal biochemistry. Every second, you have thousands and millions of biochemical reactions sparking energy, furnaces in your body. Those furnaces feed off micronutrients. So, if you're not absorbing the nutrients out of the food that you're eating or the supplements you're taking, your metabolism is going to be starving. It's not going to be healthy. So the key before starting any program, nutritional program, weight management program, sports performance program, you name it, is the cleansing. It's a 10-day cleanse. It's gentle but not eventful. Something like that. I had one distributor that said, when in doubt, clean them out. Just when you think that somebody didn't need a cleanse, they'd take the metabolic nutrition system, it wouldn't feel a thing. They have a spark, they wouldn't feel a thing. Okay? It wasn't that we didn't have great products that packed a powerful punch, they just weren't absorbing the nutrients. We get the person on the cleanse, we go back to the M&S and Spark, and all of a sudden, wow, this stuff is great. And the same person, just with better digestion. This is a 10-day cleanse, and if you're eating 3 meals a day, okay, you should have a bowel movement 3 times a day. And if you're not, if that waste isn't moving through the system, it's backing up into your intestines, leaching into your blood, and really poisoning your metabolism. It's kind of like taking a handful of sugar and throwing the gas tank in your car every day. That little bit of sugar, those toxins are falling out in your metabolism and really giving you a sluggish, slow metabolism and causing weight gain. So the answer is the Herbal Cleanse, which is 10 days. There's 3 different products that are in this. We have the fiber formulation, we actually have the probiotic formulation, and the cleanse formulation. And it works amazingly well. During the cleanse, many people will complain of being a little tired, a little malaise, a little sluggish. And what we recommend to be taken with the Herbal Cleanse is the Spark. Spark is a nutritional alternative to coffee, teas, and colas. It not only gives you a great lift through the nutrients, the neuroactives that are in here, but it helps you focus and concentrate. So when you get a little sluggish, or you have a little bit of a sweet tooth, cravings, have a Spark. When people get tired and fatigued and get bored, they eat. When they get sparked up and energized, they feel like doing something. And that's exactly what Spark does. And it's great to have with the Herbal Cleanse. When you start the Herbal Cleanse, you want to start with the Omega-Plex also product. Take 2 of those with dinner all the way through the different phases. The more good fat that your body gets, the more it gets the bad fat. A lot of people in the old days, old school, would think, I'm eating fat-free, I'm eating fat-free. And they would lose some weight, but they'd hit a plateau. The body has to get the good fat in the system to let go of the bad fat. And that's the Omega-Plex, okay? Plus omegas have so many wonderful benefits. Now once you get through the cleanse phase, okay, you can move into the max phase. And the foundation formulation, the max phase, is probably the all-time favorite product in Advocare called the M&S. M&S stands for Metabolic Nutrition System. The doctors who developed this formulation said, really, this isn't a weight loss product. It's a get your body in balance product. It's a get your body in balance nutritionally to spark up your metabolic fires, to get them burning hot and bright so you have abundant amount of energy, you feel great, you want to move your body, but your metabolism is so healthy you start losing weight. So you cannot starve the body into health, you must feed it into health. And more importantly than protein, carbs, and fats, we all need to look at the vitamins, minerals, and herbs that we're eating food to try to get those nutrients in the body, and we're just not getting in today's food supply? The answer, metabolic nutrition system. It really consists of the Max 3 is really what we recommend everybody start with. It actually has 7 different formulations in the system, in the packets, which are really easy to take and deliver a great punch. It actually consists of a really powerful multivitamin called the Coreplex. We have the Omegaplex also in here, which is the fish oil. We also have probiotics in here, and this is really key because the Herbal Cleanse cleanses out all the good and bad bacteria and rebuilds the good bacteria in the system through the probiotics. But a lot of people with bad digestion need more probiotics while continue on through the rest of the cleanse to maintain, to reassure they keep that good digestion flowing. That's why our probiotic is in the M&S formulation. So this is what we recommend everybody start with is the Max 3. It's great energy, a little bit of appetite control, weight loss. It helps with the weight loss, fat burning. But if a person has a little bit of a sweet tooth, or cravings, and want a little more of a curb your craving type product, we actually have the Max C, which means for cravings, to cut those cravings, okay? And some people would like just a little more energy than the Max 3, and so we have the Max E. And this is actually my favorite. It gives me a nice lift. I don't have a lot of weight to lose. I never really did, but it gives me a nice crisp energy and gives me the nutrients that my body needs to stay in balance. Some companion products to be taken with the metabolic to really help spark your metabolic fire is the Thermo Plus. Thermo means to burn, and this actually kicks in that fat burning effect even more. It's kind of putting the gas pedal to the metal with the M&S, really kick in that fat burning weight loss. It's a great product. You can take about a half hour before breakfast or lunch. And one formulation that was actually developed for the athletes. If I remember correctly, it was developed for like the Olympic athletes, the wrestling team, as wrestlers were trying to lose weight, to cut weight for competition. They're losing a lot of muscle. So we developed Catalyst, branched amino acids, to help keep that lean muscle as they lost that weight. Well, what happened is we started using with our weight management programs, and men started dropping weight faster and actually had better muscle tone. So we called it liposuction in the bottle. It really takes the weight loss to another level, and if anybody's on the 24-day challenge, I highly recommend getting the Catalyst in there. 3 mid-morning, 3 mid-afternoon. It's amazing. It really kicks that weight loss at a whole other level along with the Thermo Plus. If you're serious, you want to get on these formulations. We also include the Spark product in with the Max Phase. And this formulation can be used anytime during the day. You could actually have it a half hour before breakfast with your first packet. You could have it mid-morning. You could have it a half hour before lunch with your packet, or mid-afternoon, whenever you need it. And when people get bored or tired, they eat. Okay? So when you have a Spark, like I mentioned earlier, you're not going to be bored. You're not going to be tired. You're going to be ready to do something. Clean the house, go for a walk, take the dog for a walk, do something, but you're not going to be sitting around. It actually has nutrients to give you a nice lift for 3 to 5 hours, but also helps that mental focus and concentration. It's an amazing product. Also helps curb your appetite, which is awesome. Moving on are the shakes. I love these shakes. Most people, the last meal of the day is probably like 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, and they don't sleep all night and they get up. They don't. If you don't eat till noon the next day, that's probably like 17 hours without eating. Your metabolic fires are out. Then you have a big lunch, which basically conks out the metabolic fires even worse. Okay, it just overwhelms the body. So the answer is the meal replacement shake right when you get up in the morning. It's a great source of protein, great source of carbs, and it really helps spark up those metabolic fires first thing in the morning, get them burning, okay? And basically through the morning, you could have a light snack. You come into lunchtime, you're not nearly as hungry because you had this for breakfast, and it helps you make better food choices at lunch and not to overeat because you're overly hungry. So the meal replacement shake is amazing. And because it has 24 grams of protein, protein actually helps you feel fuller longer, so it should carry most people through to lunchtime. But it's a great metabolic product. It helps kick those metabolic fires in the morning, get them going. Okay? That's the phases, the two phases, the cleanse phase and the max phase. There are little tips and some ideas on how to take them. But right now, I'd like to address some questions and some comments that people commonly have about different products. And I'm going to start with the cleanse, because this product, we kind of get, it's a great product, but for example, some people get some headaches with it. And when somebody says, hey, listen, Robert, I'm getting a headache. I've got a headache. I go, great. They go, great. I said, great. That's awesome. That means you're going to get great results. The worse you feel, the more you need it, and the better you're going to feel once you're through it. It's not the product itself that's giving the headaches. It's the toxins being loosened up and removed from your body that's giving the headache. So the worse the headache, the better you're going to feel. So I'm really excited for you that you're going to get great results. Just drink lots of water, maybe have a Spark. Try not to take aspirin if you have to. But you're going to get great results with the product. People say I'm bloated. I go, great, that's awesome. The fiber is doing its job. It's expanding, it's scrubbing loose, like scrubbing bubbles, old putrefied food in the intestinal tract. And as it's being released, it's kind of backing up a little bit. But I tell you what, on the 11th or 12th day, you're going to notice some amazing results. So I'm really excited about you getting great results with the products. The next thing, people say I'm constipated. I thought this was a cleanse. Yes, some people may get constipated during the cleanse when taking the fiber, as the fiber is doing its job. So the first day, second day, third day, some people may get bloated and a bit constipated. And even toward the end of the program, on the 8th, 9th, 10th day, people may get a little constipated, and that's great. That means it's working, okay? A lot of people will get fatigued, like I mentioned earlier, or malaise. I go, great, that's awesome. The worse you feel, the more you need it. You're gonna feel so much better once you get through the cleanse. I'm excited for you. But try a Spark during the day, or a couple of them. That should help with your fatigue and your malaise feeling. Some people have an issue with the fiber. The citrus has more of a fiber, has more texture to it, okay? And the peaches and cream fiber is smoother. So depending on yourself, if you don't mind a little more texture, the citrus is great. I think the citrus works better, at least it does for me. If you don't like that texture, go with the peaches and cream. It's a creamy drink, okay? One thing about the fiber with this though, and I'm sure you've heard people joke about it, is that if you pour a glass of water, you pour the fiber in, stir it up, walk away, come back 5 minutes later, it's going to be like Jell-O. You can actually turn the glass upside down, it probably wouldn't pour out, okay? So the thing is, right away, you pour it in the glass, stir it up, you drink it down as fast as you can and get it done. And wash your glass out too, because that fiber kind of sticks in glass, and that's the best way to take it. One thing about the cleanse too, the fiber, is you want to take it with the meal, okay? Not with the shake, with your first meal of the day. If you don't eat breakfast, have a shake, have it with your lunch meal, but take it with real food. The fiber mixes in with that food like a big gel pack, like scrubbing bubbles, and the pressure with the food with the fiber moves through and really scrapes loose that old putrefied food in the intestinal tract to really help it work better. Next product I'd like to talk about is the metabolic nutrition system. People say, kind of expensive, isn't it? And I'm like, well, really, in the Metabolic Max 3, you get 7 different formulations in the system. 7. If you were to go to GNC and buy all those individually, you probably would spend more than what you would spend on the system alone, okay? The Max E, I think, has 6 different formulations in the system. So really, but what these people don't realize is these 7 formulations that are in the strip per day of the Max 3, they're the highest grade nutrients, along with the best balance in the formulation, so all the nutrients work synergistically together to maximize your results with a tremendous delivery system. And that's really science in the box right there. Another question that people have, they say, or issue, they go, I get an upset stomach with this sometimes. And it's like, well, I do eat breakfast. And they say, well, today I know I didn't. I just took the packet and went out the door. You need to take this with a little bit of food, okay? And it says a half hour before, and please take it a half hour before, the best you can. If it's 45 minutes before you eat or an hour before you eat, you may get kind of a funky feel going on, feeling not quite right. So eat food with it when you should, and try to have something with it to kind of mix in with it so you don't get that kind of a funny feeling going on with the stomach. One thing that happens a lot is that people will take the multivitamin and then won't have time to eat. And they feel like almost like throwing up, okay? And I've done that myself. Phone call, I got busy, I forgot to eat, and I got a gurgly, burpy stomach for a couple hours, okay? Please take this with food and take it when you start eating food, because the multivitamin, like most multis, and the fish oil need to be taken with food for them to be broken down and absorbed properly, okay? The next issue that people may have is taking a Spark with that first pack in the morning when you first start the system. This is an energy formulation. This has energy. The two together may be too much energy. So the first day or two, you may want to just watch your Spark consumption right with that pack in the morning. And if it's a little bit too much, maybe back off on the Spark until maybe mid-afternoon, mid-morning, or another time during the day. Same issue goes with the Thermal Plus. The Thermal Plus kind of gives you some energy too. And the two together may be a little bit too much. So maybe the first 3 days on the M&S system, maybe just not use the Thermal Plus and then start integrating it after about 3 days so you can really start feeling if there's any changes in energy. And after about 3 days, and introduce that after 3 days, you should work out pretty well for you. Moving on, we want to talk about the Spark. A lot of people say, hey, listen, this stuff gives me too much energy. Okay, I had a gal the other day take it at 2, she's up till 2 o'clock. And I go, great, that's awesome. She goes, great. I say, yeah, you got great absorption levels. That means you're going to get great results with the Spark. But what you could do, you take a half a packet instead of a full packet, or half a scoop instead of full scoop, and just kind of tune it to your personal biochemistry. But I'm excited for it because you're going to get great results with it. Then I had somebody the other day who took a Spark mid-morning and he didn't get any energy at all. And so I knew he needed to do a cleanse. Okay, it's the first time he tried the Spark, so he needed to do a cleanse. A lot of times when people do the Spark and they don't feel energy, is because they take it too close to the shake in the morning. For example, we'll have a Spark and 5 minutes later have the shake. The amino acids and protein in the shake will cancel out that great lift that you get out of the Spark for 3 to 5 hours. You may get kind of a lift, but not that sustained lift. The amino acids in here will compete with the Spark and kind of cancel it out. Same thing can be said for the Catalyst. If you take the Catalyst with the Spark, the amino acids in here can cancel out the Spark, so it just doesn't work quite as well. So what I'd recommend, have a Spark, half hour later, take your shake. Or half hour later, maybe if you want to, take your Catalyst, but don't take them together. Also, Spark a half hour before you eat. If you take it with the meal, if it has protein in it, it may cancel out the benefits of the Spark. Okay, so keep that in mind. Take it a half hour before you eat or 2.5 hours after you eat. And so that's really critical to maximize the benefits with the Spark. The shake, a lot of people will talk about the carbs in here. Not a lot, but they're like, well, 24 grams of carbs, isn't that kind of high? And I'm like, no, it's not high, it's perfect. What recent science has shown for healthy weight loss and shakes that really help promote healthy and fast weight loss, the ratio of protein and carbs is 24 grams of carbs to 25 grams of protein for the best and safest and fastest weight loss. So this is the formulation we have based on the latest science. So it's just perfect. We have 3 different formulations of this. We have the chocolate, we have the chocolate mocha, which is amazing, and the vanilla also, and the berry. I'm sorry, 4 formulation. But anyway, that's about it. I want to just thank everybody for tuning in. And I know I talk fast, but hopefully you had your Spark before this training video so you could listen fast. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in today, and we'll see you at the next training episode coming up. Thank you very much.